At least 93 people have died after a massive landslide struck various parts of Kerala's Wayanad district. Hundreds of people are thought to be trapped. There are reports that, very sadly, the death toll may go up substantially. The landslide struck at several locations across the district, with firefighters and members of the National Disaster Relief Force and army teams being deployed in the area. The Prime Minister spoke to the Kerala Chief Minister, Pinarayi Vijayan, and assured him of all help from the centre after the landslides. The Prime Minister's office has announced compensation of 2 lakhs for the families of those killed in the calamity. Those injured would be given 50,000 rupees. However, the Congress now says that the compensation amount needs to be revised and that the Prime Minister should send modern equipment to rescue and speed up the process. Meanwhile, the former Congress MP from Wayanad and the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, is visiting Wayanad today. He'd given up Wayanad for Rai Bareli earlier on. Congress leaders Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and KC Venugopal are likely to accompany Mr. Gandhi to this area. He said he was deeply anguished by the calamity that has taken place and expressed his condolences to families who had lost their own. Mr. Gandhi said, "I hope that those still trapped are brought to safety soon. Police drones and the dog squad will be deployed for search and rescue efforts. Besides the Kerala State Disaster Management Authority and the National Disaster Relief Force, there are others who have joined in on the rescue operation." The Chief Minister also said 2 Air Force helicopters are involved. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has also sent 2 teams to help in rescue and relief operations. The operations are being coordinated and state ministers are reaching the hilly district to lead the rescue activities, is what Chief Minister Vijayan said in a statement issued by his office. Rescue operations are currently underway to assist all those affected. At least 225 army personnel are deployed for these rescue operations. I'm joined now by my colleague Pratibha, who joins us now live from Wayanad. What is the situation around you, Pratibha?
Well, it is pretty dismal as well as chaotic what you see around me at Wayanad. This is the region where the landslide took place, and the NDRF teams and the defense teams, all of them working relentlessly in the hope of finding more survivors in this vast devastation here. As the light dims, the day nears its end. Despite that, the rescue efforts are on in complete swing to ensure that the ambulance services are going to and fro from the hospital, trying to take all of these people who are stranded, some of them injured, some of them dead, and most of them who have been surviving this tragedy have been talking to NDTV, telling us that it is quite dismal, distressing, as well as dangerous out there. Slippery surfaces, and despite that, people have been trying to use ropes as well as other equipment to try and see how they could possibly rescue each of those stranded members. Hundreds of families who are left stranded there, most of them telling us that I have personally seen over 600 houses that were swept away. These are the kind of images that are coming in as far as these landslides are concerned. And some of the ministers have also visited this area, trying to oversee the rescue efforts that are on. And the weather conditions are also playing truant, because it has been raining consistently here, making it all the more difficult for the rescue teams to ensure that they do their work properly, to ensure that most of the stranded people are taken to a safer location here. You can see the kind of situation here. A lot of chaos, a lot of panic, a lot of efforts that are also on. You see the crane service that are also there to try and see how they could push away the muddy surfaces, muddy waters there, and try and see if they could rescue people who are stranded under the debris. Now, that's the kind of situation and the pictures that we are getting from this region where the landslide took place. A very unprecedented one. Most of them have been talking about this region having witnessed a similar landslide in the year 2010. But this is something that was absolutely devastating and something that was totally unexpected. Heavy rains lashing this region continuously for the last 2 days. Red alert that was also issued by the district authorities there. Let me ask my camera person to pan and show you the extent to which people have been coming in to volunteer. Several people from the neighboring areas as well, trying to see how they could chip in and do their bit. In fact, one of them was also telling me that I did carry around 4 bodies there to and fro from this region to the other region where the hospitals are in place, at least around 15 to 20 kilometers from here to the nearest hospital. A lot of jeeps have also been pressed into service to try and see how they could rescue people to and fro from this spot. A lot of crane as well as other vehicles that have been put in place to try and see how they could move the debris away and remove the people who have been stranded there. In fact, as we reached this spot, we did see a family walking in. In fact, you can see a lady who has been rescued from her home there that was inundated. Several houses that were washed away, several villages and towns as well that have been washed away, inundated in the flash floods as well as the flood waters there. All of them acting truant there as far as the natural disasters are concerned. All of them at once, the landslides, the flash floods, heavy rains, all of them together not helping the situation at all. In fact, it is only because of the dismal condition with respect to the weather that the air services have not been pressed into action to try and see if they could airlift the passengers. But yes, the defense, the Navy as well as NDRF teams working in full swing there under the guidance of the ministers who have been deployed here as well. Back to you.